What is up? How's it going? Welcome, BTC community, XRP community, DLT community, crypto communities, and all the communities out there. Guys, welcome to another DL Talk. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Guys, we got a special one today. We're just going to be catching up with what's going on with IRISnet. It's going to be premiering in just a few minutes, so appreciate you guys tuning in, hitting the likes, letting YouTube know we're having a party over here with the Blue Crew. Guys, I'm not a financial advisor, not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. Appreciate the Blue Crew tuning in. So we're going to be waiting in a couple of minutes. We're going to be having the premiere of Cosmos of China, the Internet of Blockchains Cosmos with IRISnet. Jeffrey Hu, you guys know we love IRISnet on this channel. Very excited for what's going to be coming from this video. Looks like what's on the docket for today is crypto in China, China's BSN, the Blockchain Service Network. You guys know we've been keeping up with that. IRISnet integrations, CoinSwap, uptick, persistence, and the persistent stake drop if you're staking your IRISnet on the Audit 1, which belongs to persistence. Probably some rewards coming to IRISnet delegators on persistence. Let me see who's in the chat. Appreciate the Blue Crew tuning in. As always, good to see you guys. Let's see who's here. We got XRP Joe. What is up, XRP Joe? Good to see you, my man. We got Alchemist in the house. What is up, Alchemist? Guys, I hope the stream quality is coming in smoothly, because I definitely would like it for at least the interview to get a smooth stream. Let me know how the video quality is, the sound quality. Thanks for hitting the likes on the way in. You guys are amazing. We got XRP Joe. Smash that like. Appreciate you, my man. Alchemist saying, Mark Cuban, why won't the SEC honor the right to a jury trial? This risk doesn't leave the system is your best line. Gary, the risk in dealing with the SEC is always because of your system. I hear you. If you are working on behalf of investors, you make it easy for questions by investors and business people to be asked and answered. Yep, exactly, man. But Alchemist, we got to be patient, my man. We know Gary, he's going to be doing his thing, dude. He's going to take as long as he wants, but we all know what the end game is going to be, is a new financial system that's going to be coming very soon. Who knows what his puppet masters are telling him to do? And, screw his puppet masters, but we'll see what ends up happening from the SEC trial. But hey, man, they want to keep giving us more and more days to get XRP at $1. I'm all for it. We're going to be missing XRP at $1. I'll tell you what, once we get that SEC clarity, the regulatory clarity, the global regulatory framework for digital assets, who knows what price XRP will be at there. So I'm just grateful for another day to get XRP at $1. That sounds great to me. Bones TEP, my man, thanks for the support. As always, Bones TEP, you rock, my dude. Man, I really hope we can get some good internet quality today, because kind of going to need it for this interview, that's for sure. So I appreciate you guys. Let me know. Give me any feedback on what's going on with the stream. Is the stream all right? Is it not all right? What's going on? I need to figure this out. Give me a second, because this has been bothersome. I need to see if I'm, maybe my television is logged into my internet, so I have to turn off my television's connection to the internet, maybe. Maybe that's what it is. Let me see what we can do here. All right, let's sign out. I don't want to connect to the wireless. I don't want to connect to the connection at all. I don't want to set up a connection. I don't want to do any of this stuff. Oh my gosh, man. What a mess. But here we go, guys. We're going to be having the premiere, so hopefully you guys enjoy. I'll be back. I'm going to figure out this internet stuff. Hopefully the stream comes through all right for y'all. But enjoy, everybody. Oh, man. All right, here we go. We're back. Oh, wow. What just happened there? There we go. Now we're back. Stream is buggy. I hope it's good now. I hope it's good now, guys.
Today I'm really excited to be talking with Jeffrey, who is the Director of Research over at IRISnet, and also OG cosmonaut maybe. So we'll find out these things today, and talk about also how Cosmos is represented in China, ties to the blockchain service network, which I think a lot of people don't really know what it is. So we'll be excited to learn about these things. But before we go into those topics, Jeffrey, how is everything going in Shanghai?
Yeah, quite good. Thank you for having me today.
Awesome, yeah. And it's really cool because I personally have lived in China for, I don't know, in total like 2.5 years. So I speak also a little bit of Chinese. It's been a while now, but it's definitely a very exciting crypto hotspot and blockchain development hotspot. Lots of exciting things going on there. So before we get into all the juicy things also about CoinSwap, about Uptick, which is some projects that Iris has, really gained more, or is gaining more and more traction right now. Can you share a little bit of your personal crypto journey, of your personal Cosmos journey, and how you ended up being the research director at Iris?
Oh yeah, great. Hi everyone. I'm Jeffrey, who from IRISnet, and actually I've been in this kind of the blockchain industry back into the 2016. And first, actually, I led some kind of the enterprise blockchain projects in different parts of China. And after that, I joined the hobby research as the chief analyst there. So I made several reports and doing research there. And after that, I get more notice this kind of the interchain technology, especially the Cosmos and the IRISnet. So I joined the IRISnet team back into like 2 years ago. 2 years ago in the 2019 as a director of research here. So I led some kind of the Cosmos in China ecosystem development here, and also do some tech research in IRISnet team right now.
Awesome. And can you talk a little bit about how IRISnet was originally created? Because it's kind of like everybody, we say it's like Cosmos in China. But I think maybe from a more tangible perspective, can you explain the structures behind? All I know is that it's kind of like Tendermint that is backing it, but also BNG, which is a Chinese development company, and that also, I think, received investment from Wanxiang blockchain, at least
yes.
Internet. So can you give a little bit of context about the structures, how IRISnet came into life, and how it's linked and connected to Tendermint and the Cosmos that everybody has in their mind?
Yeah, sure. I think this will be a long story and a very early times since the Cosmos project started. Because like back into the 2070s, actually, this story I also heard some of the contents from Harriet and also some other team members or core team members from a very early time. Yeah, back into the 2070s, the Tendermint team is also came to Shanghai, like into you mentioned about the Wanxiang. So like Jay Cohn also gave some a speech and the presentations in the Wanxiang Blockchain Week. Talking about this Cosmos projects in like 4 years ago. 4 years ago. So after that, actually, Harriet had some conversation with J-Con and other team members in Tendermint team. Actually, they came up with the idea that the interchain ecosystem, or we call it the Internet of Blockchain, should not have only one hub to connect it with all different blockchains or different networks. There should be like many chains or many hubs in this kind of ecosystem. So Harriet and Haifeng also founded a project of the IRISnet that we can have more hubs to help the different applications and use cases in this kind of the interchain ecosystem. So that might be the one of the very early story of how IRISnet project has started. It's also been like running and started for 3 years from now right now.
So would you say that IRISnet is the Cosmos of China, or does Cosmos itself, as in Cosmos, the Cosmos Hub and Atom, also have a big presence there? Or is it more like, okay, China is kind of like, or IRISnet is kind of like representing Cosmos in China? How would you describe that?
Oh yeah, actually I forgot to answer your last question about the Bianjie and also the IRISnet. And actually, Bianjie is one of the core dev teams for the IRISnet project. So actually, Tendermint also helped us really a lot. So Tendermint also provided several development contribution to the IRISnet project. And actually, our team, Bianjie, also running a Cosmos China ecosystem and the community right now, so to provide some of the technical support and also the community support in China. And yeah, so we, you can see that the Cosmos China maybe a regional, or maybe we are running this kind of the initiative to help this kind of Cosmos technology to spread in China. So that's what we are doing besides the IRISnet project right now, so to provide this kind of the help in China.
Yeah, and I think I was actually, because I moved to Shanghai in 2018, and I went to the Wanxiang conference there in 2018.
Oh.
It was my early days, learning. I mean, wow. I was already in crypto, but I was like really learning about everything in blockchain technology and those kind of things. And I remember back then was the first time I actually saw the Cosmos guys. There was also Cosmos.
Oh, great.
But I think that was a year after what you just said when Jay was there. But I think it was the first time when I really heard about interoperability. And I think that was the very early days also of IRISnet, when I wish I had the knowledge that I have today back then. But anyways, you already just said that basically back then, in 2017, 2018, you guys said that Cosmos should have more hubs and not just one hub, right? And now Iris has also become this hub, and we see other hubs like Akash, and maybe Terra is coming now to IBC, to the Cosmos network with IBC. So right now, I wanted to ask you this later, but I think now is a better moment. You see now, right now, these conversations and debates, also some very heated debates on Twitter, where people say, the Cosmos Hub, which is the main chain on which Atom is residing, is kind of losing this credible neutrality and becomes more and more of a DeFi application, but it should rather focus on shared security, for example. And then there's the other side of the people that say, no, we should have a DEX natively integrated, and other teams are trying to kind of like compete now and kind of like talk down the value proposition of the Cosmos Hub. So is that whole debate, is that even a topic in the Cosmos China community? And how do you view the credible neutrality of the Cosmos Hub?
Oh yeah, some of the community members in Cosmos China also noticed this debate right now. But actually, I think actually some of the community members is also following up with this kind of events right now. I think many of them may have their own thoughts about this. And and for myself, actually, I think it should be have like many kinds of networks, but Cosmos, I think the Cosmos Hub, but by any means, I think our team will help with this. Will help with the Cosmos Hub and also the Cosmos ecosystem. So that's I think because we are at the back into the very early time, we received lots of the support and also very many helps from the Cosmos team. So I think that's maybe the quite good opportunity that we can help the Cosmos ecosystem. Yeah, maybe the Cosmos Hub and maybe other networks that we will continually contribute to the Cosmos Hub and the ecosystem. Like maybe the one feature we are really pushing hard for this kind of feature that available on the Cosmos Hub, like the NFT. So that we are quite looking forward to this kind of the applications or maybe modules on the Cosmos Hub that can help lots of the applications right now. Because NFT, you can see that lots of the Cosmos SDK based chain may also have this kind of modules, just like the DEX, just like the EMM modules, or maybe applications like on any kinds of the Cosmos chains. But we also want to help this kind of the NFT modules on the Cosmos Hub. So I think that may be something related to this debate right now. I think the Cosmos Hub I think Cosmos actually also development should also continuous to develop maybe with many kind of the features on that, and also help other networks like some small networks to launch with the help of the shared security and other features based on the IBC and other technologies.
Yeah, I think it's also in the spirit of Cosmos that everybody tries to maximize their value for their own chain, but still we have to kind of like swim in the same direction and help each other as well, right? And I think right now we're in a point in Cosmos where we see DeFi going viral, NFTs with uptick. We're going to talk about this also in a second. We see more and more traction of different chains in the Cosmos ecosystem. And I think now this whole debates coming up, like, we're doing this better than you guys, you should do this like that. And, like it's kind of like basic human patterns, I think, that we're seeing right now. And people are just kind of like also going their own path in the end of the day. But I just hope that still for the next couple of months and years, maybe at least this ideological spirit that, hey, let's work together, let's swim to the same direction, like you just expressed. I hope that this still remains the prime ideology here, because otherwise we'll just lose a lot of momentum. And I think Cosmos is in a very, very good position, because it's kind of like this internet of blockchains, right? And also Iris is also focusing strongly on interoperability. You guys have been the first hub to implement IBC and to also conduct an IBC transaction with the Cosmos Hub, yes. Right? So can you talk a little bit about the importance maybe for Iris on interoperability, IBC, and also if you guys are implementing EVM compatibility with Ethereum, Avalanche, Polygon, BSC, and those kind of things?
Actually, we started the IRISnet project with the concept of the iService, which you can see it. It is an integer service or IRISnet service that can help different kind of the applications and different networks that can be connected with this kind of the iService, and also based on the IBC protocol. That because all the kinds of the applications can wrap their service or abilities into iService that can be invoked by other applications or maybe networks. Yeah, and I think you may have already studied lots of things about the IRISnet, because you know about the IBC connections, first the mainnet IBC connections between the Iris Hub and the Cosmos Hub, and the IBC transfer and other things. Yeah, that's what we are trying to do to build this ecosystem in the name of the Cosmos. So yeah, and after that, you also mentioned about the EVM based or EVM compatible chains. That we are also doing another things right now is called a TIBC. You can also maybe you can see that is as a terse IBC, because we simplified some of the design and the architectures of the IBC protocol. But I think most of the things are still based or have dependencies on the IBC protocols. But we simplified some of the designs that maybe helpful for different chains, especially the EVM based chains that can be connected with kind of this particles, because I think maybe many chains it is maybe very hard for them to implement all the full stack, like the connections and all the concept of the IBC particles. But we can simplify some of the concept here for them to quickly connect it by the IBC, TIBC, and connect it to the like Earth Hub and the Cosmos Hub. Yeah, so we came up with this kind of idea. We already started designing and implement some of the demo and POC already. That may be helpful, like for the especially the NFT cross-chain transfer and the smart contract cross-chain invocations. So that's what we are doing, and should be one of the many important plans in the of this year.
And are you still doing these kind of like technological refinements and innovations in collaboration with the Tendermint team? Like, do you still have like a tech collaboration, or are you just now kind of like doing your own thing there?
Oh yeah, yeah. We're still collaborating with many teams in the Cosmos ecosystem, especially the Tendermint team. Like we also help with like many cool technologies developed by the Tendermint team, like the Starport. We translate all the I think the blog articles on the Cosmos blog and try to spread this kind of the cool things in the Cosmos China community. And also we are collaborating with the Tendermint team to help the Cosmos SDK and Tendermint this kind of technologies in China, especially in some enterprise applications right now. So yeah, and after that, like some other technologies like Cosmos Cash, also initiated by the Tendermint team. We are also to promote this kind of technologies that can be used in different parts of the world right now. For example, we also participate a CBDC challenge in Singapore with the Tendermint team to submit this kind of the solutions and proposals in this CBDC challenge. That I think the Cosmos Cash and also some technologies started with the IRISnet, which is developed by Bianjie. I think will be very helpful in this kind of the CBDC use cases. So I think that may be some typical collaborations we are doing with the Tendermint team. So yeah, we and other things we are also collaborating with different teams right now in the ecosystem, like the Cosmos Xumm. We also integrate with the WebAssembly virtual machine also in the BSC environment that can help smart contract developers to build their applications more quickly. So yeah, I think maybe different things. I think that may be too many of them.
No, I think that's cool. That gives everybody a good kind of like insight on how you guys operate and how you're tied and linked to Cosmos, because I think Iris is one of the least kind of like talked about project in the Cosmos ecosystem, at least on Twitter, and here in kind of like more in the Western world. Akash is pretty big, Sentinel, right? Persistent also more and more. But I think you guys are one of the OG projects and also earliest kind of like adopters and innovators, and you're also doing very big things. And the biggest thing that I think you guys are working on, or kind of like collaborating and have chosen by, is the blockchain service network, right? So that's a huge initiative in China. A lot of big cloud companies and telecommunications companies like China Mobile, which is also basically state-owned, are involved. So it's kind of like partially state-owned, but it's this public blockchain ledger or kind of like blockchain architecture that enables this ultimate compatibility. And as of my understanding, IRISnet with the IRITA framework has been chosen to be kind of like this fundamental base layer that enables this interoperability. So can you talk a little bit about maybe first what BSN actually is for everybody who's now never heard of this? And I think most people have not heard of this. And then second, what role IRISnet or the IRATA framework plays in with BSN?
Oh, cool. Yeah, I think BSN is really another big topic I think we can talk about. So BSN is short for the Blockchain Service Network. It's started by the China State Information Center, and also this initiative also co-founded by the China Mobile you mentioned and other big telecom groups in China like the Union Pay and China Telecom and other big companies and big groups in China. So I think your understanding is almost right about all the information you gave about the BSN. But BSN is I think that business is also very interesting and related to many different aspects. From the perspective, I noticed that, or maybe I know about the BSN are like maybe four different parts of the business BSN is doing right now. Like the first one, I think is a public blockchain service they are doing right now. So this part is more related with the IRISnet project because IRISnet is chosen as the first batch of the public blockchain supported by the BSN network. To be more specific, it's a BSN International because BSN can be divided into two parts, two identities maybe. The one is BSN for the China mainland, and the other one is a BSN International. Is more related with the public blockchain. So IRISnet is more involved in the public blockchain side. But the technology based on the IRISnet and our core dev team is doing right now is more related with other things like the interchain service hub and also the OPB, open permission blockchain. IRISnet, our dev team Bianjie is developing right now. So that's maybe other two important things our dev team is involving right now. So the first one is the interchain service hub that can help all the networks and all the different like permission networks or maybe permissionless networks that can be connected and interact with each other in the BSN environment. So that is the interchain service hub, and we develop this kind of interchain service hub based on the IRISnet hub. Yes, it's also leverages lots of the protocols based on the IBC protocol and also the iService that can help this kind of connection works in the BSN. And also we developed the OPB, open permission blockchain. So that it's more like the public blockchain set. So everyone can read the data from the BSN OPB. But when you need to invoke or interact with the blockchain, or simply you can understand that you need to write some data on the blockchain, so you need to buy some gas from the BSN to interact with them. So on one side it is public, but at another time it is a permission. So it's an open permission blockchain. Open permission, so it's short as the BSN OPB. And we also developed this OPB and integrated with the WebAssembly in the BSN. And we also leverage the IBC or maybe TIBC to help these applications interact with many different chains in the BSN environment. So that's maybe some introduction for the BSN and what we are doing right now.
And so is BSN, would you say it's kind of like a private endeavor, or is this actually government backed and also kind of like maybe a try from the Chinese government or from the Chinese authorities or all these large telecommunications companies to kind of like become the leader and pioneer for blockchain development? Because like I said very at the beginning, when I came to China, I was so impressed how far and how excited the Chinese people and Chinese developers and also the Chinese government is in blockchain technology. Sure, you always hear about China banning mining, China is banning ICOs, and maybe that's even a net positive because there are a lot of scams and people selling coins. But would you say BSN could be China's flagship for the blockchain economy, or is it not at that scale yet?
Well, I think BSN is really very big and very has a lot of important effects in China's blockchain technologies right now. Because as you mentioned, it started with the China State Information Center, and backed by many big groups in China. So it's really can call on many developers and companies to join this kind of initiative. And we are so honored that we can participate and collaborate with them to also to promote Cosmos technologies in this initiative. So I think that's quite I think an honor for us to participate in this initiative. And yeah, I think I think I agree with you that the China, you can see many news in China right now that China bans the crypto mining and other maybe speculation things. But we see a lot of the opportunities right now, especially the blockchain technologies, because China is also
right. Digital, I think they rebranded it to ECNY. And it started, I think, last year in April when they made the first test in Shenzhen and Shanghai, Beijing, Hangzhou. Do you think, so that's my personal, just, I don't know, guess or thought. Do you think that BSN could become the base layer that also maybe rolls out the Chinese digital yuan to the entire world?
Yeah, I think BSN has fundamental technical infrastructure that can be ready for this ECNY or maybe DCEP to be available in these infrastructures. Yeah, I think especially with the help of the cross-chain ability based on the IRISnet hub and also the IBC particles, I think the BSN environment should have this kind of abilities. But officially, we need to wait for the confirmation and announcement from the BSN or maybe the CBDC side. But from technically, we're quite looking forward to this. These things happen.
Yeah, that's definitely a very, very exciting thing and a huge, massive use case also that you guys are well positioned to become a major role in it. But let's talk a little bit more about something else. Iris DeFi. You guys also have your own DEX, your own AMM, right? It's called CoinSwap. You also have been one of the first incentivized pools on Osmosis. You've also been listed on Gravity DEX. So can you talk a little bit about the kind of like Iris DeFi arm and what endeavors you have there right now? Maybe some statistics, some numbers so far, how CoinSwap is doing, and what we can still expect to come.
Actually, IRISnet has already started with the DeFi applications infrastructures from a very early time, like back into the 2019. We also started this development of CoinSwap's modules in that time preparation for this kind of launch. And we also started this application here. And actually, the CoinSwap's current target is to keep a basic applications for the AMM and swap on the blockchains, because I think the AMM or swap should be a basic function that for the different blockchains for the modern time, or we can see for the 2021 for today for this year, because I think especially for the interchain blockchain. Blockchains, especially with the IBC particles, that many different assets could be swapped in this different blockchains. Because in back time, in old times, the payment or transfer is what you can get from the blockchain. But in the interchain environment or ecosystem, I think swap should be as the basic functions that can we can have on different blockchains. And for CoinSwap, actually, we make some difference. We have some differences with like Gravity DEX and Osmosis that we we will leverage different kind of the cross-chain protocols like the HTLC and maybe gateway and other things. And of course, the IBC, we will have this kind of the assets that can be transferred with the different blockchains. Like we have introduced the BNB and BUSD in the coin swap, and I think we can still leverage this kind of technology to introduce more assets in the future. But currently, we just keep it as basic functions that users can swap their assets on the Iris Hub.
Yeah, and I think one of the main reasons maybe why it blew up entirely is because they launched with a massive airdrop for Atom holders, right? It's in the February snapshot. Yeah. And also the high APYs that they have to farm more, right, in the incentivized pools. And obviously, besides that, Osmosis is a very innovative product. So I would not nail it down to only those two things, but I think those have helped a lot to gain a lot of users. So just to clarify, is there any kind of like airdrop, stake drop, high APY pools on CoinSwap or maybe for Iris holders? Is there anything in the works or in the plans?
Yeah, I think actually we have already discussed with some of our partners and other teams that we can have this kind of stake drop or airdrop for the Iris holders. I'm not sure whether I can announce this in the event here, but I think at least I think 2 projects will do some kind of the airdrop to the Iris holders. I think quite soon, or maybe we can call it stake drops. Like the one project I think is still announced this is a Persistence, because Persistence has already announced the stake drop to the Iris holders and other projects. And another project, I think we will announce it quite soon. Maybe we will see this news come this week or maybe next week.
And those are snapshots based like in the future, or also going back to the Stargate upgrade?
In the future, because Stargate, I think it's quite from the several months ago. So I think it's maybe in the future.
Okay, that's awesome. That's cool. All right. Let's go to the last topic that I have here, and then later you can share some other things that you're working on. NFTs. You guys are killing it right now. That's like one of the not concerns, but one of the things that everybody's like missing in Cosmos is a proper NFT marketplace, right? I think there's some projects working on it, like Pylons, but they're not ready yet. And then out of nowhere, at least for me, it seemed to be Uptick came on the map, and now it's growing more and more, and the Cosmos community is really excited. There's this one guy on Twitter called Moonboy, I think Moonboy84, and he's creating all these NFTs of Cosmos OGs. So Uptick is gaining a lot of momentum, and it's based on Iris technology. So can you talk a little bit about, I don't know, your involvement in the creation of it, what it is, how it works, and what's the vision for Uptick?
Yeah, Uptick actually it's a really interesting topic to talk about the NFT here. And Uptick actually we start our collaborations officially last year. We started with some preparations for this modules and also applications to launch on the Iris Hub, because we see there will be lots of opportunities around the NFT applications. So we the Iris Foundation also gave a grant to the Uptick team that can build applications related to NFT on the Iris Hub. So in the early of this year, after the Stargate upgrade, we when the Iris Hub also enabled the NFT modules, Uptick also launched the applications based on the Iris Hub right now. So there you have lots of the collectibles and NFTs also on the Uptick right now. But this kind of collectibles also actually is new features that integrate during the development. So you can see the Moonboy also created lots of the NFT that can be collected by the users right now. But first, actually, Uptick has another application called the ticket that many kind of the meetups or event shows that can also leverage these applications on the Uptick that like some conference or maybe some show in Shanghai can also use this kind of Uptick to buy tickets and use the tickets right now. And for the Uptick NFT market, yeah, users can buy lots of the NFT things right now on the Uptick right now, and Uptick is also upgrading these features and the connectables. The connections with other blockchains. Like I think maybe in the 2 weeks ago, they announced that the connection is also being established with the S-Hub and also the Binance Smart. That this kind of the NFTs can first be cross-transferred to the BSC, and maybe later on they can also trade it on the BSC based on this kind of connections. So lots of the other developments will have also have on the Uptick, and what's more, and IRISnet also will upgrade the NFT modules that can help this kind of NFT market, because we will refactor some of the modules of the NFT that can help this kind of the NFT trade and NFT data that may be very helpful to Uptick and other NFT applications on the S-Hub. Yeah, so that's maybe some of the things I can share with you.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think it's a very important thing, because crypto always grows in those hype cycles, right? And right now NFTs are extremely hot.
Yeah,
I think we need that on Cosmos, and you guys are well positioned. And I also love the branding. Uptick, it's a cool name. I don't know who came out with that, but it's a very cool name. And
I think the Brian.
Yeah, that's cool. That's also very important. One last thing before we wrap it up, I forgot to mention this actually in context to CoinSwap. Is you guys also have a partnership with Stuffy Protocol, right? So Stuffy also had my channel. Very cool what they're doing, building a liquid staking marketplace where you can have wrapped atoms, for example, and you can reuse them in other DeFi applications, right? So you're still earning staking rewards, but on top of that, you can also use it for lending or for other trading or liquidity provision, right? Very cool things. So can you talk a little bit about the partnership with Stuffy? And also, some features and things that they already have integrated on CoinSwap.
Yeah. Stuffy, for Stuffy, actually, we discussed with back into the several months ago that maybe this kind of the R atom or R Iris can also be available on the Cosmos Hub or maybe Iris Hub. Because they are doing some things like users can stake their tokens, but to get another R tokens to can further be traded or be swapped on the blockchains. So on one hand, the users can stake, and the network can also secured by this kind of the basic layer or maybe the native tokens of the POS network. But users can also have this kind of liquidity that can be swapped in different AMM and also maybe other exchanges. So we think that will be very helpful in especially in some DeFi applications, because we will see some DeFi swaps and also maybe other like farming applications. The tokens staked in the farm pool or other pools, this kind of tokens cannot be secured into the POS consensus particles. So I think the step will be very helpful in this. And for the current state, we are also discussing with them to see how this kind of the R areas may be available in the network, how the plan and how the things are doing right now. So we are also discussing with them to see this kind of the solutions available on the S-Hub right now. So, but a plan is not yet being disclosed right now. But I think we will announce it soon with them together.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to take more of your time. I know you're very, very busy these days. Thank you so much for taking the time and coming on. Maybe to wrap it up, you can share some things as the lead researcher at IRIS. What are you mostly excited about that is still coming in the next couple of weeks? And also for everybody who listened to this now and who's like, man, this sounds cool. I want to get involved in the community. Where's the best place to get in touch and get started with IRIS?
Yeah, I think one of the most important things for IRISnet in the next maybe several months is the TIBC, because we will develop and deliver it for the different chains connections. Especially, I think the first the TIBC will launch and integrated in the BSC environment. I think it is planned in the October. That can help the NFT cross transfer, because we also help some of the museum in China, like the Forbidden City, the Rongbao Zhai, their artworks can issued on the BSC environment, but this kind of NFT can be cross transferred to the public blockchain and be traded there, like maybe on the S Hub or maybe on the Ethereum or maybe on other NFT markets. So we will, so based on this kind of TIBC particles, we will help these applications enabled, and we will also like refactor and upgrade and integrate this TIBC also available on the Earth Hub by the end of this year. So it will help this NFT transfer also in the public blockchain, and also some maybe the smart contract interactions. So based on the TIBC, so I think that will be maybe one of the most important things for the IRISnet is the.
Awesome. Yeah, and I'll also link all the channels on to your Telegram group and other groups that you have, so you can get involved there. Thank you so much again for your time. I'll track everything, and I'm also tweeting a bit about you guys. So I think that's gonna increase because I'm a fan and always have these personal ties also to what's going on in China. So that's cool. Wish you guys all the best, and yeah, we'll probably keep in touch and maybe have you on in a couple of months to share some more updates.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so that was very informative, awesome interview with Jeffrey Hu right there. I appreciate Docito for doing this interview. Awesome interview, my man. Great questions about IRISnet. Guys, currently IRIS, you guys know we've done a deep dive video on this one. We're very excited about this project. This project being a major arm for the Cosmos ecosystem. Hopefully we can look it up right here and check out the price really quick. Let me just reload this, see what's up. Well, what's up, Blue Crew? Appreciate you guys tuning in. Oh yeah, I forgot. We don't have our capture on. So I'm just going to talk here for a second, and you guys are probably not going to see my voice. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. I don't know why our internet connection has been just so damn terrible. It's been terrible. But it is what it is, you know. But once again, if you guys haven't checked out IRISnet, check out our IRIS Deep Dive on our Deep Dives playlist. One of our favorite projects in the space, for sure. Max supply of about 1.459 billion. But really excited what they're going to be doing in the future with Blockchain Service Network. More applications coming out, more things building on the IRISnet. Very excited for this project. Excited to see what's going to be happening for it, without a doubt. And these developments with the Blockchain Service Network, IRITA Hub, and what's going on there. Only at a currently, according to Live Coin Watch, $44 million market cap. I definitely think this crypto could be in the 200s at least, in terms of what its use cases and what it's providing for the Cosmos ecosystem and IBC-enabled projects. So very excited for this platform. Hopefully you guys were, you know, if you haven't been introduced or don't know about IRISnet, hopefully this gave you some information about the project. And once again, we have a deep dive on our channel about it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you, Blue Crew. Thank you, BTC community, XRP community, DLT community, crypto community, and all the communities out there. The future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. Our future is bright. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.